If you're over 60 and you've noticed your arms getting softer, your legs feeling weaker, or your balance isn't what it used to be, stop scrolling right now, because what I'm about to share might sound crazy at first. There's one food sitting in your refrigerator right now that can actually help reverse muscle loss and rebuild your strength. And it's not a supplement, not a protein powder, not some expensive superfood. It's cheese. Yes, cheese. And I'm going to reveal 3 specific types, including one firm, grillable cheese from Greece that packs as much protein as a chicken breast and works faster than almost anything I've seen in my practice. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which cheeses to eat, how much, and why they're absolute game changers for anyone over 60 trying to stay strong and independent. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and I specialize in senior health and healthy aging. And here's something I tell my patients constantly. Losing muscle is not normal aging. It's preventable, it's reversible, and you can start fixing it today. What most people don't realize is that muscle loss, called sarcopenia, starts as early as your 40s. By the time you hit 60, you can lose up to 8% of your muscle every decade unless you actively fight it. And this isn't just about looking weaker. Muscle loss is one of the biggest predictors of falls, fractures, slower walking speed, poor balance, insulin resistance, and even early mortality. But here's the incredible news. Your muscles respond almost instantly to the right nutrition, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. Now, think about this for a moment. When you were younger, you could eat almost anything and maintain muscle. You could skip meals, have a light lunch, snack here and there, and your body would repair itself just fine. But after 50, everything changes. Your body develops what's called anabolic resistance, which means your muscles simply don't respond to protein the way they used to. If you used to maintain muscle with 40 or 50 grams of protein per day, now you probably need 75 to 100 grams to get the same effect. But here's the problem. Most seniors don't get anywhere close. Breakfast is usually tea, toast, maybe some fruit. Almost zero protein. Lunch is often small. Dinner might have some protein, but it's usually not enough to make up the difference. So your muscles slowly shrink, your strength drops, and you age faster than you need to. And that's where cheese becomes an absolute lifesaver. Cheese is concentrated protein. It's pure muscle repair fuel. It's rich in leucine, the amino acid that literally switches on muscle building in your body, and it has the perfect combination of protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals that your body desperately needs after 50. But you have to choose the right cheeses, because some are too fatty, some too salty, some too low in protein, and some simply won't give you the benefits you need. But these 3 cheeses I'm about to share are muscle-building champions. And once you start eating them consistently, you're going to notice yourself feeling stronger when you stand up from a chair, steadier when you walk, more confident climbing stairs, and overall, more energized throughout your day. So let's talk about the first cheese. And this is one I recommend to almost every senior who's trying to rebuild strength and protect their muscles: cottage cheese. Now, I know some of you just smiled and some of you groaned. Cottage cheese has a reputation. People either love it or hate it. But let me tell you why it's one of the most powerful anti-sarcopenia foods on the planet. Cottage cheese is extremely high in casein protein, which digests slowly and feeds your muscles for hours. It's like a time-release protein source, which is perfect for seniors who often go long periods without eating or who struggle to digest large meals. And here's something many people don't know. Cottage cheese contains more leucine per serving than most meats. Leucine is the amino acid that signals your muscles to grow. If your meal doesn't contain enough leucine, your muscles can't repair themselves, even if you're eating protein. Cottage cheese also provides calcium, B12, phosphorus, selenium, and if you choose a cultured version, it even contains probiotics. So it's basically a muscle-building, bone-strengthening, gut-supporting superfood all in one. Now, how much should you eat? A half cup to 1 cup per day is perfect. Add it to breakfast, eat it as a snack, or have it before bed to support overnight muscle repair. You can combine it with fruit, honey, chia seeds, or even mix it into scrambled eggs. Yes, try it. It makes eggs unbelievably creamy. Cottage cheese is especially important if you wake up with stiffness or weakness, because that morning stiffness often isn't old age, it's underfed muscles. Your body repairs itself overnight, and cottage cheese provides a steady stream of protein while you sleep. Try it for 2 weeks and watch what happens. You'll wake up feeling stronger. Now let's move to cheese number 2, and this one is for those of you who want something richer, something with deeper flavor, something you can slice, grate, melt, or snack on. Parmesan. Real aged Parmesan cheese is one of the highest protein cheeses in the world, and it's also naturally lower in lactose, which makes it easier to digest for older adults. But here's where Parmesan becomes really special. Because it's aged, the proteins are already broken down into amino acids that your body can absorb more quickly. That means it hits your muscles fast. It also contains more calcium per ounce than almost any other cheese, which is critical for protecting bone mass as you age. And Parmesan is loaded with vitamin K2, a nutrient that directs calcium into your bones and prevents it from building up in your arteries. So Parmesan actually protects your muscles and your heart at the same time. There's also something incredibly important for seniors that people don't talk about enough: flavor. As we age, our taste buds weaken. We lose sensitivity to subtle flavors, especially savory flavors, and that's why so many older adults lose their appetite. They simply don't taste food the same way anymore. Parmesan solves that problem because it's naturally rich in umami. A small amount adds massive flavor to meals, which helps seniors eat more nutritious foods without even trying. About 1 to 2 tablespoons a day is ideal. Grate it onto vegetables, soups, eggs, pasta, or salads. Add it to roasted broccoli, and suddenly it tastes like something from a 5-star restaurant. A small chunk as a snack works too. And here's a tip. Pair Parmesan with nuts, like almonds or walnuts, for a perfect muscle-building snack that stabilizes blood sugar and keeps your energy steady all day long. Parmesan also helps with another major issue: balance. Studies show that adequate calcium and protein intake are directly linked to fall prevention. So you're not just eating cheese here, you're protecting your independence. Now, before we get to the third cheese, the most powerful muscle-rebuilding cheese on this list, I want you to understand something important. Seniors don't just need protein, they need protein that's easy to digest, rich in leucine, and paired with calcium and healthy fats to slow digestion and stabilize energy. These cheeses do exactly that. They give you protein in a form your body actually uses, they give your muscles the building blocks they need, and they're simple. No powders, no complicated meals, no expensive supplements, just real food that works. All right, let's get to cheese number 3, and this is the powerhouse, the king, the cheese I recommend to every senior who is serious about reversing muscle loss: Greek halloumi. Yes, halloumi, the firm, salty, grillable cheese from Cyprus and Greece. If you've never tried it, you're in for a treat. If you have tried it, you already know how delicious and satisfying it is. But here's what makes halloumi so special for seniors. It contains one of the highest protein concentrations per ounce of any cheese, often 16 to 20 grams per serving. That's as much as a whole chicken breast. Halloumi also contains a uniquely high amount of leucine, and because it's firm and slow to digest, it provides sustained amino acid release to your muscles. And here's the best part. Halloumi can be grilled or pan-seared in just minutes, creating a satisfying high-protein meal even if you don't cook much or struggle with appetite. Now, some people worry that halloumi is too salty, but here's the truth. The saltiness is actually helpful for many seniors. As we age, we often become underhydrated because our sense of thirst decreases. Sodium helps maintain hydration and electrolyte balance, especially in hot climates or during activity. The salt in halloumi is not harmful for most people unless you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, in which case you can simply choose a lower sodium version or soak it in water before cooking to reduce the salt by up to 40%. So how do you use halloumi? Cut it into slices and grill it, pan-fry it for 2 minutes on each side, add it to salads, serve it with eggs, or eat it as a snack. It's simple, fast, and incredibly satisfying. Even my older patients who have trouble chewing certain foods find halloumi surprisingly easy because it softens as it cooks. And here's something interesting. Halloumi helps reduce cravings. The protein and fat combination keeps you full for hours, helping prevent late-night snacking and supporting weight stability, which is crucial for maintaining strength. Seniors who are underweight or losing weight unintentionally often regain healthy weight with halloumi. Seniors who are overweight often find they eat less junk food because halloumi keeps them full and satisfied. Now let's talk about why these cheeses are so effective together. Cottage cheese repairs muscles slowly overnight. Parmesan provides fast-absorbing amino acids and bone-strengthening nutrients. Halloumi delivers high-density protein that activates muscle growth instantly. Together, they create a perfect daily routine for reversing sarcopenia. You don't need a lot, you don't need complicated recipes, you just need consistency. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up in the morning and your legs feel strong when you stand. Imagine climbing stairs without holding the railing. Imagine your clothes fitting better because your muscles are filling out again. Imagine feeling confident about your balance. Imagine feeling younger, not in years, but in energy, strength, and mobility. That is the power of feeding your muscles correctly. Muscle is your armor, your protector, your biological insurance policy, and these 3 cheeses help rebuild that armor every single day. Now you may be wondering, can cheese really make that much difference? Let me answer that clearly. Yes, absolutely yes. Because the #1 cause of muscle loss in seniors is not aging, it's undernutrition. Most older adults simply don't get the protein their bodies require, and cheese fills that gap better than almost any food on earth. It's convenient, it's affordable, it's easy to chew, it digests slowly, it's delicious, and the science supports it completely. Let me walk you through a simple daily routine using these cheeses that some of my patients follow, and the strength improvements they experience are remarkable. Start your morning with cottage cheese, half a cup with berries, honey, or even mixed into eggs. It's easy, quick, and sets your muscles up for success instead of starting with carbs only like toast or cereal, which gives your muscles no fuel and crashes your energy. For lunch, use halloumi. Slice it, grill it for 2 minutes, and pair it with vegetables or a salad. It creates a high-protein lunch that stabilizes energy all afternoon. No sleepiness, no sugar crashes, no weakness. You'll feel grounded, alert, and steady. Then in the evening, use Parmesan. Add it to your vegetables, soups, or pasta. It enhances flavor and boosts protein, and because it contains vitamin K2 and calcium, it supports bone strength overnight, so your muscles and bones rebuild while you sleep. That's it. 3 simple foods, 3 simple moments in your day, and you're actively fighting sarcopenia. And you don't need perfection. You don't need to eat these cheeses every single day. Even 4 or 5 days a week can make a massive difference. But consistency is key because muscle needs daily stimulation, daily nutrition, daily support. And when you give it that, it responds incredibly fast, even after 60, even after 70, even after 80. Now, let me answer some questions I get from seniors all the time. First, isn't cheese fattening? No, not when eaten correctly. The protein and healthy fats in cheese stabilize hunger, reduce cravings, and support metabolism. Many seniors who add cheese to their diet actually lose belly fat because they stop overeating sugary snacks. What if you're lactose intolerant? Cottage cheese is low in lactose, Parmesan is extremely low in lactose, and most lactose intolerant people tolerate it perfectly. And halloumi also contains minimal lactose and is typically well tolerated. If you're extremely sensitive, try lactose-free cottage cheese. What about high cholesterol? High-protein cheeses, especially aged cheeses like Parmesan, have been shown to improve cholesterol markers for many people. They increase good HDL cholesterol, improve insulin response, and reduce inflammation. Fat in cheese does not behave the same way as fat in processed foods. It's natural, structured, and paired with nutrients that support heart health. Now, one more important thing. Cheese helps rebuild muscle, but your body also needs movement. You don't need heavy weights, you don't need the gym. Simple daily movements like sit-to-stand exercises, light resistance bands, or walking upstairs are enough to stimulate muscle growth when combined with the right foods. Nutrition builds muscle, movement activates it, and together they reverse sarcopenia. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. Let me share something that might motivate you even more. For many seniors, the biggest change they notice after adding these cheeses into their diet is not just physical, it's emotional. They feel more confident, more independent, more capable. They stop fearing falls. They stop feeling fragile. They stop feeling like their body is slipping away. They feel hope again. And that's what I want for you. Not just longer life, but better life. A life with strength, a life with energy, a life where you can move, enjoy, travel, play, and live fully. You deserve that. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel capable. You deserve to age with dignity, independence, and confidence. And it starts with the simple choices you make every day. So, starting today, add cottage cheese, Parmesan, and halloumi into your routine. Let them fuel your muscles. Let them rebuild your strength. Let them protect your bones. Let them support your longevity. And let them become your daily allies against muscle loss. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe because I create videos every week to help you stay strong, healthy, and independent as you age. And if you want more tips on rebuilding muscle after 60, drop a comment below and let me know. I'm Dr. Emily Carter. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.